What's up? Question mark. Let's go. Oh, what the hell is this? Interesting. What the hell? Oh. Crazy. Right. Right. Why the hell did I go here? Why have I done it? I don't know. Is this question mark good? Oh no. Oh no. Come here, boy. Really? No. No. Listen, buddy. Come here, buddy. Come on. Stop this nonsense. Stop. Stop, dude. Stop, please. Oh, man.
Come on, out with it. What's the problem?
I know you're very busy, but you need to pay more attention to what's happening. Everything's slowing down. People are losing track of the bigger picture.
What?
They're still traumatized by New Alexandria.
It's more than that. When I organized the last expedition, I had real trouble finding volunteers. There's no enthusiasm for the outside world anymore. They want to look away from history, pretend there's no past and no future. I'm really worried, Athena.
Okay. I promise I'll look into it as soon as I'm done with this.
Byron was with Athena. What the flip? Okay, no, what the hell is my guy? I lost it. Frick. Freaking frick. Where the hell is it, bro? Fuck. What is this? Some reading material. South from Miranda to Athena and Cornelius. Larger organisms from the northwestern plains are already moving into the rivers. I've seen frogs and dragonflies. The last generations of plants has really taken root, no pun intended, and is slowly transforming the desert. And yesterday a bunch of seagulls showed up. With some work we could apply this anywhere, including Mars or Mercury or somewhere much farther away. Transform a lifeless rock into a place teeming with life. Now let me sit comfortably. Let me put the camera a bit lower. Yeah, that's good. We could transform a lifeless rock into a place teeming with life. We could make millions of dead worlds come alive. Fine, dude. That's good. Author V.A. Malik. From Enlightenment on the Precipice by V.A. Malik. Human beings are deeply and inherently irrational, the claim goes, and on some level it's hard to disagree. The most human behaviors are irrational and in a sense unnecessary. As animals, we don't need to write poetry, pray, or observe the stars. But to view human history as largely irrational is to get it backwards. The problem with human history is the pragmatic everyday realities of mere survival to the cold logic of global realpolitik, is that it is in fact ruthlessly rational. It's far too little space for irrational things like kindness and inspiration. Those who imagine that a return to a more rural, traditional form of living would be a romantic turning away from the tyranny of reason forget that there is no one more brutally rational than the farmer. It is the city that allows us the romance of the countryside. It is technology that allows us to appreciate nature. The purpose of reason ultimately is to build frameworks within which we can be irrational.
After we talked about science fiction, Alex gave me a book. Her favorite book, a novel called Athena. It's not exactly what I'm used to reading, but it's pretty good. And it really made me wonder how we're going to be perceived.
if this project works out, are we gonna be mythologized? Is Alexandra gonna be this distant mythical figure instead of the real, funny, human person that she is? It's hard to imagine that we'll all have been dead for hundreds of years. Man, I'm scared. I'm really scared. I don't want to die.
Relatable, bro. A vehicle known as a van, an ancient vehicle capable of transporting multiple individuals or additional equipment commonly used by workmen. What is this? Legendary Easter egg. Oh, legendary flame. Legendary. Oh yes, we are going up. Ah no. We are going up, I said. No! Alright, fuck it. Is there something up there? Nah. Alright, let's go to the question mark. We are a robot, we are immune to fall damage, definitely. Question block. Alright, time to strain our brain muscles and develop a solution to this insane puzzle. That is the goal. I will definitely need to bring that block down. And what is the puzzle called? Question block. That is a block with a question, bro. We got this shit that is connecting to a fan. What if we did this and brought a block down over to here, and then we would bring it down like so, so we can use that block to put it on the pressure plate, and now we can fly. But why do we need to fly? In order to do this, in order to lift the ball up there. But obviously it's way harder than that, and we have gotta do something else. We gotta just do that shit. Nah, we gotta go like this, and then we gotta do this, and then we can drop this shit, drop the box, and nothing happens. What? Okay, I did it, I think. Now we place the block. We can't have anything here anymore. There is nothing here, so all the tools we got here Right, we did it. Alright, so all the puzzles in this. No, I have one lost puzzle yet to be solved. Where is it? What is this? So many secrets in this game.
What is freedom? Is it merely to be ruled by those who speak one's language or share one's customs? No, that is merely a more convenient servitude. Is it to have no obligations, no loyalties? No, that is not to be free, but to be alone. What of freedom from hunger and thirst? Here we are closer to the truth. For freedom requires life. But one may have all the meat and all the wine in the world and still not be free. The most important freedom of all is the freedom to speak one's mind, to make one's thoughts public without fear, and so participate openly and boldly in democracy. It is the freedom of the dissenter and the gadfly, the rebel and the fool. that is the true measure of whether a city is free.
He's right, Chad.
There is no strife, no prejudice, no national conflict in outer space as yet. Its hazards are hostile to us all. Its conquest deserves the best of all mankind. And its opportunity for peaceful cooperation may never come again. But why, some say, the moon? Why choose this as our goal? And they may well ask, why climb the highest mountain? Why, 35 years ago, fly the Atlantic? Why does Rice play Texas? We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things. Not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Because that goal will serve to organize and measure the best of our energies and skills. Because that challenge is one that we're willing to accept, one we are unwilling to postpone, and one we intend to win.
K. Kona.
The others too.
Hell yeah, brother. K. Kona. Hell yeah, brother. I'm a mug-blooded American, you hear? Litazir, speak to me, my friend.
On my last return to New Jerusalem, I perused the latest artistic offerings and found myself deeply disappointed. There is nothing more despicable to me than an artist who pursues the appearance of morality. Moral art is trash, garbage, not even good enough to be used as wallpaper. If art is a religion, then morality is for those who want to be seen in church. True art is for those who believe. Art must be ecstatic, a work of revelation, created in pursuit of the truth, no matter where it leads. An artist must be an agent of chaos in times of order, and an agent of order in times of chaos.
I am the agent of order. Order Omega Lul. Order. What is this? Cut. Stow away. Climb the ladder. That's insane. Luli, luli, luli. Luli, luli. Oh. 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 It's gonna be a long puzzle. I can feel it. I'm gonna freaking do it in 30 minutes or some shit. Really? Let's go. Stow away. Get up there. Oh, there it is. The flame of the Pandora. The Prometheus, flame of the Prometheus, bro. There you go.
We cannot return to the past, but the future can redeem all that has happened.
Alright. First strike, baby. Damn, son. Shit, it's beautiful.
The philosopher Straton of Stagira had little respect for the gods, and instead placed his faith in Prometheus. Driven by hubris, he asked questions that must not be asked, and revealed secrets that should have remained hidden. It is said that for these offenses, he was put to death by the people of his city. Can you see the folly of his actions?
The philosopher Straton of Stagira had little respect for the gods and instead placed his faith in Prometheus. Driven by hubris, he asked questions that must not be asked and revealed secrets that should have remained hidden. It is said that for these offenses he was put to death by the people of his city. Can you see the folly of his actions? Questions that must not be asked and revealed secrets that should have remained hidden. It is never folly to pursue the truth, even if there is a cost. The folly was not his, it was the people who acted foolishly. I it was foolish of him to give his own life in the pursuit of truth. There is no folly in pursuing the truth, it was only his methods that were mistaken. He should have respected the traditions and beliefs of his people. It is never folly to pursue the truth, even there is a cost. It was the people who acted foolishly.
Yet he was the one who broke their laws. Why do you judge them and not him?
Because he did not take a life, because unjust laws should be broken, because the truth is the only thing the future can be built upon. Because he did not take a life.
You are correct. Life is sacred above all things, even above the truth. Consider this as you approach the flame.
Legendary green beam or red beam. The blue beam. Legendary blue beam.
Well, that was surprisingly calm, given how aggressive Pandora has been elsewhere. I didn't think she'd even want to talk to you.
I've toyed with the idea that the entities might be epiphenomenal in some way. Instead of causing the changes in the system, maybe they just respond to them.
Instead of causing the changes in the system, maybe they just respond to them. An artificial oasis in the otherwise lifeless desert that stretches across the southwestern portion of the island.
I remember when I was quite young, I was having trouble figuring out what I wanted to do. I wanted to see the outside world, but even back then, that wasn't really encouraged. I ran into Byron on Jameson Avenue, completely by accident, and I was too nervous to talk to him. I mean, he was one of the first companions. But he noticed me, and we started talking, and he was really encouraging. Introduced me to Garrus, and took me along on an expedition to the quarries in the mountains. Whatever flaws he may have, Byron cares about people. He changed my life.
Yep. That's Byron in a nutshell.
Byron is a PogChamp dude. He's an awesome dude. Lifeless desert. That's very beautiful. Very open scenery.
So, here it looks like there should be an anti-gravity elevator, but it's locked down. I'll need you to connect to the data stream again. I'm really sorry, 1K. I know it's a risk, but I think it'll be worth it.
Have you seen Miranda's design for a transport system that would connect all the labs to the machine?
It's amazing, isn't it? I think she's really excited about showing this place to people one day. She also kept asking me about what kind of monuments we could build, you know, to really transform the landscape, show the possibilities.
But her capsules only fit one person.
It's just the first iteration. Give her some time. She'll figure it out. Remember how many mistakes we made in the beginning, even with all the blueprints we had?
But that's not my point. It just worries me that she lacks context. Her imagination is incredible, but it's still limited by what she hasn't experienced.
Would it have been better if she'd been raised in New Jerusalem? If her mind was limited by self-hate and decay? If all she could imagine was sitting around ignoring the universe in favor of self-righteous solipsism?
No, but I don't know.
Sorry. You're not wrong. We can't stay hidden forever.
Open world be like. Nice. number one puzzle. Come here, boy. Insane architecture. Centrifuge. Rotate platform counterclockwise, clockwise, counterclockwise, clockwise. Rotate counterclockwise. Why? What? All right. Blue. So that's gonna become the red. No. RGB converter. All right. What are you doing, dude? That's not what I want. Now wait a freaking second. That's not what I want either. I am Elon Musk. Elon Musk. I'll be right back. Be right back. This sand is so red, like on Mars. The riches from selected archive documents. Getting rich was the worst thing that ever happened to me. I see that now at the end, when the insight is useless. Not being poor was great. No longer having to worry all the time. Being able to afford the best doctors, being able to go on holidays, being able to take care of my mother. But being rich, it just isolated me. It changed the interaction with every other person, because suddenly I had the ability to change their life, to fix all their problems, and they knew it, and I knew it. A simple choice on my part could take away so much of their pain. Every interaction became infected by the inequality between us, and it made me bitter. Made me feel every relationship, even with family, was transactional. I was desperately looking for some genuinely human experience, but I seemed excluded from that now, and it made me resent everyone. What I didn't see, what I only see now as I'm dying, is that I could have used that money for good. All of it. I don't mean giving it to some NGO run by other rich people. I mean really using it. I loved movies. How many indie movies could I have financed? How many books could I have gotten published? And how much could I have just built? Not another villa for myself, but things that would benefit civilization in general. Hell, I could just given it away, made all those lives better, taken away that pain. And if at the end of the day I was only left with enough money to be upper middle class, so what? At least I would have been the person I wanted to be. Resource wealth is, as such, has no value. It only matters in terms of the ability to act. But what made these ancient humans so unable to act? It can't have been a personal failing, as most people of similar wealth acted the same way. Perhaps the answer lies in scarcity, or a system built on it, naturally optimizing towards resource accumulation. Historical circumstances, not individual sin. But I have read about rich ancients who did act differently. They were rare, but they didn't exist. So it is possible for people to defy the will of history. My guy got rich and got sad. It's all a joke, isn't it? A giant prank perpetrated on all of us. The goal of the founder, the simulation. I don't even think you exist. I don't think biological humans ever existed either. What nonsense. I bet these messages just go to the mayor's inbox or straight to the recycling bin. You all suck, LMAO. Found in 9. From Hypatia Journal. After the chaos of the last month, quiet has returned to the city. I suppose we're calling it a city now, although this small collection of dwellings inhabited by a mere 25 people seems to barely deserve that designation. We'll have to come up with an actual name soon. I suspect after the first 1 or 2 decades, calling it the city is going to get a little bit stale. Everyone has an opinion, of course. It's the talk of the town these days. I'm personally hoping that New Alexandria will win out in the vote next week, although I suspect Elohim's legacy carries the most weight. Byron came up with some silly suggestions like Constantinople, very New York, and Robot Paris. Robot Paris sounds exciting. I'm downloading some shit. What did I just download?
This one seems to be corrupted. It's almost like something tried to delete it as you were downloading it. Pandora, maybe.
I don't like sand. It's coarse and rough and irritating, and it gets in my ball bearings.
Ball bearings? Oh man, you got a balls? Set of balls? You are a robot, dude. You don't have the balls. Where? Nothing here.
She's remarkable, isn't she? She sees so much beauty in everything.
She is, you're right. But I'm not sure she doesn't see too much beauty.
Is it wrong to be delighted by the perfection of the universe? To look at what surrounds us and experience awe instead of just fear?
No, but to call it perfection implies a kind of moral value that it doesn't have. The universe is cold, Athena. It doesn't care about us, or about life, or civilization. It fundamentally cannot care. But Miranda seems to think it's almost benevolent, purposeful.
You're right. But have you considered that maybe she sees something we can't see? A step ahead? You know, Cornelius, if we succeed, the next generation will not be like us. They might see the world in ways we never could have imagined. Maybe she's the first sign of that.
I hope so. I really do, Athena. You know that I love her, and I am perpetually amazed that this being we created that came solely from our minds is so profoundly different and unique. That does strike me as a kind of miracle.
Pork jump.
But it's also a huge responsibility. And I worry about our choices.
Legendary. Legendary child. The passageway. I want you to turn this way, so that's counterclockwise. What the flip? Get me that connector, dude. No. No, wait. I get another connector here. Connector here. Let's go. Luli. Monka Omega.
I spotted the lab with the drone. Sending you the coordinates.
Thank you, Yakut. Connect to the data stream in a lab. That's absolutely fine by me. Let's go to the laboratory. Laboratory, here I come. Oh crap, that's a meteorite struck and that's a crater, dude. What the hell is this?
There are entirely too many strange things going on around here.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, what the flip. Ah. These rocks are floating. That's pretty insane. Connect. Error 2692. John Martin. And it came to pass in the 11th year, in the first day of the month, that the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, because that Tyrus had said against Jerusalem, Aha, she is broken, that was the gates of the people, she is turned unto me. I shall be replenished. Now she is laid waste. Therefore thus saith the Lord God, Behold, I am against thee, O Tyrus, and will cause many nations to come up against thee, as the sea causeth his face to come up. And they shall destroy the walls of Tyrus, and break down her towers. I will also scrape her dust from her, and make her like the top of a rock. It shall be a place for the spreading of nets in the midst of the sea. For I have spoken it, says the Lord God, and it shall become a spoil to the nations. And her daughters, which are in the field, shall be slain by the sword, and they shall know that I am the Lord. Holy! That's insane. Insane punishment. Perhaps faith is neither choice nor submissions. Perhaps faith is a demand for our pain to have meaning, for the stories of the world to rhyme, for a world designed by a loving hand. Perhaps I will believe with defiance in the forgiveness of all sins, in the kingdom of God on earth, and even the resurrection of the dead. I will believe with clenched fists and gritted teeth, and prayers that refuse to be gentle. Noyema Project. Unauthorized trial at a secondary site. Catastrophic failure. She's gone. Oh no, minus Miranda.
It's over. We failed. Everything we thought we were doing. It's all ashes now.
I don't think you really believe that.
She's gone, Cornelius. She's gone because I failed her. She's gone because the machine that I built killed her. She was perfect. And now, she's nothing.
I know you don't want to hear this. I know you want her to be perfect, to be blameless. But you didn't kill her, Athena. She killed herself.
What?
She killed herself because she was reckless, because she was naive, and frankly, because she was a little arrogant too.
She was reckless because I filled her head with dreams. Dreams of the future. Of a better world. A world that nobody wants.
No, no, it's not the dreams that killed her. It's that we
Oi, shit.
brought her here. It's that we tried to build all this outside the city. We raised her without people, without society. The wilderness is for prophets, Athena, not for children. We should have stayed, fought for our ideas.
It's too late now. It's too late.
Oh no, minus Miranda. Unlucky, dude. So freaking unlucky. What is this? Speaker, Grief's Guidral. Speaker. Get out. What? Yeah, cute.
They lost their daughter. Right here in this ruin. Cornelius and Athena lost their daughter. Miranda's dead. So even the Founder doesn't have perfect control over this technology. Even the Founder makes mistakes. Byron was right in a way. We turned the Founder into something she never was. She was never perfect. She was never infallible. No one is. Listen, I understand why you and Byron see so much hope in this technology. You want us to be better, to grow. But what if it all goes wrong? If even the Founder couldn't get it right, what hope do we have?
Nothing's forcing us to repeat the mistakes of the past. Mistakes will happen, but bad things happen no matter what we do. You're right, this technology could destroy us. The risks of the megastructure concern me, that's why we need to know more. Mistakes will happen, but bad things...
But what if one mistake is enough? One mistake was enough to kill Miranda. And the energy readings from inside the megastructure are insane. What if we try to use it and blow a hole in the planet?
People only ever have these phobias about new things, but all our established technologies have their dangers. The universe is inherently dangerous. A major natural disaster is always coming our way. That's what precautions are for. We can do things carefully. You're right, this technology could be too much for us. This planet will be fine in the long run. You need to have a little faith in our species. If we only ever consider the worst case scenario, we'd do nothing and then still die.
That may be so, but what if this time it's justified? What if the megastructure really is just a catastrophe waiting to happen?
The world very rarely works that way. It's always mere nuance. There's always a worst case scenario. Preparing for it is rational. Obsessing over it is not. What if this type of thinking is what leads us to a catastrophe because it can't imagine another outcome? What if this type of thinking is what leads us to catastrophe because it cannot imagine another outcome?
I hadn't thought of it that way. You might be right.
Finally,
what
dude.
If that's why the Founder left? Because she saw it all turning into a self-fulfilling prophecy. Fear of change making us unable to avoid disaster. Huh. Anyway, thanks for talking to me. The truth is, lately, I sometimes feel kind of lost. The universe is vast and threatening. History is depressing, and I need something to hold on to. Something other than fear. I have to figure out what that is.
You're very welcome, buddy.
Thanks for your help, 1K. The elevator should be working now. And
Elevators.
Yakut, I'm sorry about Miranda. I know you're looking forward to meeting her.
This is a very nice location. One of my favorites. That is the lost puzzle here. We can try solving it right now. Transfer. I'm thinking to put the connector over to that wall, connect it here and there. We got this connector here. We can try it. That's right. Let's go.
A solid solution. Well done.
Thank you. Solid. Liquid solution. Powers. We're all gonna die. Fred. Look at what happened to Miranda. The founder's own daughter. The megastructure is gonna kill us all. Get a grip. This is absurd and also disrespectful to Miranda and her parents. Who cares? She's dead. They're probably dead too. We're all dead if that thing blows us up. It could collapse the whole world into a singularity. You really should calm down, Fred. There's a legitimate point buried in what you're saying, but panicking isn't gonna help anyone. There are reasons to be concerned, but I've found one case arguments quite convincing so far. Every step forward in human history has come with its mistakes and sacrifices, but we can always learn from them. None of you understand. We have to listen to Pandora or we will burn. Fred, why don't you come by my shop for a chat? I have something that could help with all your cups. Thank you, Helga. Closing the thread now. Fred, bro, you have a cow, a bull on your profile picture, bro. You gotta calm down, buddy.
Yes.
What do you think caused Miranda's death?
From examining the data, I think it simply came down to not taking enough precautions. Clearly, protocols existed that would prevent such accidents, but she didn't apply them. That's a technical answer. If you're looking for something more philosophical, I think it's easy to mistake insight for revelation. She thought she was meant to discover something, as if there was some force guiding her, and so she discounted the outcomes that didn't match her expectations.
That's crazy. Dismantling. Ah, the elevator. Can I get motherfucking crashed? What? Talul principle. Oh, wait a second. Yes, grab the hexahedron and teleport with it. Now we're cooking. Check me out, dude. Alright. We put the teleporter here. See, it's that easy, bro. Master Chef is cooking by the name of Kurioginta. Master Chef is cooking a dish. The dish is cooked. That's right, buddy. Oh, what have I done? I'm insane at the game. I'm insane at the game. Insane Easter egg. What'd you see? I see a labyrinth, a person trapped in a maze, desperately looking for a way out, someone greeting their friend, happy to be living in a beautiful place. Someone greeting their friend, happy to be living in a beautiful place. Ancient human calling someone on a phone. Nothing? What you see? What you see is what you get. I see Aurinia, bro. I agree. A guy shooting laser beams from his eyes. What? How do you see that? person trapped in a maze, dude. Jump off 20 freaking meters and survive. That's right, I'm a robot. Number 4, please. Control. Get over there. Grab the connector. Oh, what the fuck? What the hell? What, dude? What are we doing? What the hell are you doing? What? That was so long. 1, 2 seconds. Oh no. Very fun. So smart. So number 4 is completed. Let's get over to the question mark for now, because it is close. And we got a Sphinx statue. Found a Sphinx monument in case I wanna figure this out later. How do I get down in there? Down. How do I get down? How do I get down? To the number 5. Puzzle number 1. Number 5, please. Elevator. Where is the elevator? Is this the elevator? Number 5, come here. Wait a second. Be right back.
There is a kind of peace here in the desert. A perfect silence. This is a dead place. More dead than almost anywhere else on Earth. If the ground could have a personality, it would be malevolent. But as I said before, all this in some sense does not exist at all. It does not hate us. It is simply the opposite of everything that life requires. When you sit in the dunes and you hear only the wind and nothing else at all, and all the complexities of civilization fade away, you truly understand that spiritual peace is a great evil, a kind of shallow banality that we must always strive against. It is spiritual excitement and enthusiasm which sustain our humanity. Spiritual peace is a vile and cowardly surrender to oblivion.
When you sit in the dunes and you hear the wind and nothing else at all, and all the complexity of civilization fade away, you truly understand that spiritual peace is a great evil, a kind of shallow banality that we must strive against. It is spiritual excitement and enthusiasm which sustain our humanity. Spiritual peace is a vile and cowardly surrender to oblivion. Interesting. Really, bro? No. Oh no. Hell yeah, brother. From selected archived documents, the dodo, extinct because of humans Homo sapiens, Stella sea cow, extinct because of Homo sapiens, the Labrador duck, the Rocky Mountain locust, the thylacine, the deep water cisco, the golden toad, the northern white rhinoceros, the splendid poison frog, the Amur leopard, literally every last orangutan. Homo sapiens, what do you think will happen to them? It's time for this madness to end. A shameful list, and yet we are the only species that would ever make such a list and feel bad about it. Because extinction is normal in nature, a common side effect of evolution? Exactly. What I want you to think about is this. Is natural extinction less tragic? Should we be less opposed to it? Where is the difference if there is one at all? Extinction. Every extinction is bad, I think.
Man, this sucks. It's one thing hearing about the symptoms, it is another totally to experience them. I feel like an insect trapped in resin, slowly congealing. I can keep working for a while, though. There's still a bunch of critical tasks. I don't know what I'll do when I'm done. A lot of people have gone home, but Alexandra's still here. I don't think she's left even once, not even when her best friend died. We chatted a bit yesterday. She likes peanut ice cream. Not pistachio. Peanut. Well, at least we can agree that strawberry is an abomination.
What? Strawberry is goated. What are you on about, man? Strawberry is like the most delicious ice cream. Pistachio is for millionaires. Displacement.